Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Skunk River Radio is online radio for Southeast Iowa, playing country music from 1990 through 2010, along with Iowa country music. Listen to Steve Shetler weekdays from 6 a.m. to noon, and The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio also has programs like Living the Country Life, Successful Farming, and the National Day Spotlight, along with Southeast Iowa weather, community calendar, and more. Plus, weekend programming like Midwest Country Music Originals, Country Legends Jukebox with Jay Dean, and Les Butler and Friends Bluegrass Gospel Hour. All of this plus all your country music favorites like Garth, Reba, Shania, Brooks and Dunn, and many, many more. Listen to Skunk River Radio at skunkriverradio.com, download the app with Apple and Android devices, or listen on Alexa and Google Assistant. Skunk River Radio, online radio for Southeast Iowa.
And welcome into the sports section. We are live. My voice is changing. I'm going through puberty all of a sudden here on the sports section. We're live at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney on what appears to be a nice sunny morning here in southeast Iowa. 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney. You can call in your order at 641-622-9912. Get in here for some breakfast and some coffee on a Saturday morning. And we've got a full show for you as always. EBF girls basketball going to be coming in. We're going to be chatting with Sigourney Keota girls wrestling as well at the end of the show. But we're going to start off, it looks like a family setting here. We've got Andy McGuire, we've got Aaron McGuire, and all their kids and family. It's the Keota cheerleading, basketball cheerleaders. Andy, I'll let you start things here.
Right.
Here you go.
Yeah, this is a wild start to a show, Steve. It's a day of firsts. Steve's going through puberty right before our eyes. Maybe we could have the talk. Steve, when boys become men,
awkward.
They start growing hair in places. Oh, how's that for a good start? All right. Oh, she's bringing me back. We can't do this anymore.
Reel it in.
But the second first is the Keota Eagles cheer team. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Coach Sanchez, why don't you introduce who you brought with you this morning?
We have Hallie here, Callie, Hadley, and Mia. And then we're missing 4. They're actually at a speech competition. We're missing Kaylee, Jayla, help me out here, Maya, and Marley. So we're missing about half our team, but good luck to them as they compete today.
Yes, absolutely. We might have to have the speech team on, Steve. We were talking about that the other day, so another first for us. But anyway, you have great numbers, Coach Sanchez, right? Yes. So that's something I noticed this year compared to maybe a handful of previous years. A lot of young ladies want to come out and cheer. We don't have any young men with us.
No, we don't.
We were at Belle Plaine last night, and I did notice there were a couple, or at least one gentleman cheerleader there, so that's
That'd be
fun
nice
to see.
hopefully have in the future, yeah.
Right, absolutely. So why don't you talk to me, my lovely wife and I, about the success that you've had in having these young people come out to the team?
Yeah, I think in the beginning they were a little hesitant because it was something new that was kind of coming to the program. We started with some stunting, and they were kind of hesitant with that because they've never stunted or had people up in the air before, but now that's all they asked to do. Somebody asked us if we were possibly going to compete in the future, and it kind of just depends on where our program is in the future and how much the girls want to get there.
Right, that's awesome. And so, as you all know, my lovely wife is absolutely in love with cheer, was a cheerleader, is a cheerleader at heart. So I'm going to turn this mic over to her and let her run with this.
Thank you. Well, first, Coach Sanchez, while you have the mic, can you tell us about your background in cheer?
Yeah, so I was a cheerleader from 4th grade all the way through 12th grade. We competed all those years, so I come from a competitive cheerleading background. I took a break in college, did my schoolwork. I started a junior high team at the last school that I coached at. We competed 1 year, and we actually made it pretty far. We scored 15 out of 51 teams, so it was really good for that first year. So it was a nice experience. It was good bringing skills here and kind of teaching these girls some new things.
What challenges have you found this year with this group of cheerleaders?
I think trying to maintain everyone's schedules. Everyone has such different schedules, and this is my first time where they can be involved in multiple different sports or activities at once. And so like trying to figure out between, Eagle Rock, speech, bowling. They were all pretty much in volleyball, so I had to wait till volleyball season was over to kind of get all of them and start the season. So yeah, kind of working through all their schedules has been the biggest challenge. Yeah.
Okay, so Hallie, have you done basketball cheer before?
Yes, I have.
Last year, okay. Yeah. So what's the difference from last year to this year with a different coach?
We actually take time in what we're doing. Last year our practices were maybe half hour to an hour, and this year we actually work on everything, and if we're struggling we just try and work through it as a team. And I think we all enjoy it a lot more now because we're not just standing there and just cheering. We're actually getting more involved, and I think we all love stunting, and that's been a really good part about this year.
Callie, how about for you? I know that you cheered last year, correct?
It's very more fun because obviously stunting, it's a lot more enjoyable now because there's more things to look forward to instead of just short practices and just cheering on the sidelines, not doing much. So this year has brought a lot more fun to it because we do more stunting and more involved, and I just enjoy it a lot more.
Mm-hmm. And Hadley and Mia, I know this is your guys' first year because you're both freshmen. Mm-hmm. So tell me what your favorite experience has been so far. What have you loved about cheer?
Definitely stunting, because last year I was only in the student section and they just did cheers and stuff, which I knew all of them, but it's more fun being out there and doing it yourself.
Yeah.
And stunting.
Mia, was it a challenge to learn all of the cheers this year and all the movements?
It kind of was, but then I learned them. There's still a few I'm a little struggling on, but yeah, I know them.
That's good. That's good. So you guys mentioned the student section, Hadley did. How is that a challenge for you guys to, I guess, you're and I don't mean this in a negative way, but you're a little bit in competition with them because you know how student sections are. All of a sudden they're going, hey, Jess, whatever they're doing, and you guys are maybe starting, your different cheer or something. So talk to me about that, what kind of a challenge that is.
It can get a little frustrating because sometimes we'll start a cheer and then all of a sudden they'll start the same one and we're just trying to compete to be loudest, and it just is a little difficult, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely can get very difficult at times with when they do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but have you guys felt some support from them as far as this year with all the stunting? That's been really exciting as a parent to see. Do you feel them kind of cheering you on through
I think they were also really excited about it when they first saw, and they were very surprised.
Yeah, I bet they were surprised. So that is definitely the first time we've seen that, at least in all the years that I've been attending Kyoto basketball games. So I would say that is definitely one of my favorite parts. But I also love to see the numbers. All 8 of you guys, when you're all healthy. I know that's been a bit of a challenge this last month. To see you guys all lined up there, and you're loud and proud, and I think that's been really awesome.
Yeah. And I like the half times too. Those are really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's something that's been different this year is you guys have actually incorporated a dance and kind of a drill team type thing. So talk to me about that.
I don't know. It does take a lot of work and time, but in the end it's really fun to see everybody's reactions when we go out and do these things because obviously we've never done them before. So having the chance to do that and get the crowd going with our music and our dance, it's really fun. Yeah. And I really like it.
I choreograph all the half times, so they kind of got to see what it was like to choreograph when it was their turn for mini cheer camp. They got to make up the dance and the stunts, so they got to kind of be or take on that coaching position. So they got to kind of see what goes into every halftime, and I think they appreciate it a little bit more each halftime.
For sure. Do any of you have a dance background?
Me. I also do.
I used to do it back a while ago.
Okay. So that kind of like helps a little bit as far as, because it is a little bit different than standing there cheering, because cheering is more, snapping and, being a little bit stronger, and dance is a little more of a flowy thing. So there are, some differences between the two. Yeah. What challenge did you find when you had to start doing dance, Hadley?
Well, I didn't do dance, but Mia did.
But for the dance for the half
Oh, yeah. Well, it was nerve-wracking because we go out, we do dance that we just came up with, and then the stunting too, being up there. But we do pretty good.
How much practice do you guys have from the first time you guys learned the dance to the actual performance?
Like 2 weeks?
I think it kind of just depends on when we're the schedule.
Okay.
I think our first halftime we had maybe about a month to get
That's
ready.
good. Yeah.
And then our
other one was like
other
one
ones
day.
were maybe a couple days.
Like 2 days for 11 hours.
I think our last halftime that we did like the day before.
Oh, wow, that's quick
Because of all the
turnaround.
sickness that was going around.
Yeah, for
so,
sure. Yeah. I've sure enjoyed having you guys out there dancing. I think that's fun. And it's just nice to fill the halftime with something, instead of it just kind of being quiet and boring. So you guys did a halftime fundraiser. What was it? The half court shot? Yeah. So do you guys have any plans for any more of those coming up? Any fundraisers, anything like that you're fundraising for?
This year we were fundraising for their new uniforms that they just got.
They look great.
Thank you. I think we're going to do more half-court shots in these postseason games and just kind of see how far they go in postseason. Hopefully, we're kind of hoping they go pretty far, the girls and the boys, so we'll see how it goes.
Will you, as a coach, talk to me about competition? If you guys get into that, how does that work?
Definitely a lot of fundraising. Something different that I noticed in Iowa compared to Illinois, where I'm from, is here in Iowa they compete in November, so that I'm assuming they have all summer to kind of get their competition ready to go. Back in Illinois, it was February, so my season ran from June to February.
Yeah, that's long.
Because in the summer it was cheerleading season, and then football season, and then it was basketball season, and then finally our competition season. So hopefully we can get some more time over the summer and kind of get some things together, get some more foundational skills. Definitely a lot of fundraising, though, to kind of get us there. I think they compete in Des Moines, so it would just be kind of travel and stay that we would need to fundraise for. So
that's awesome. I think that's such a good thing to incorporate too. When you guys, you put so much time and effort into just kind of the weekly games. It's kind of fun to get to go and show it off and compete against other teams and just watch the other teams too. That's always inspiring. So would you guys go down the line, tell me anything else, extracurricular activities that you guys are in at school?
I am in volleyball, softball. I'm golfing this year. I am in student council, FFA, I don't remember, Eagle Rock. Thank you, Mia. And I think that's it at school.
Yep.
I do volleyball, basketball, cheer, bowling. I'm going to do track. Eagle Rock. That's about it.
I'm going to do golf this year, and then I'm also in volleyball, FFA, and student council, and cheer.
I'm in volleyball, Eagle Rock, cheer. I will do golf in FFA and student council.
So the golf thing is kind of exploding at Keota this year. I hear a number of kids that are going out for golf maybe instead of track. So why are you choosing golf?
Well, I saw my brother. He just randomly chose to do it, and he was so good at it, and he said it was fun. So I want to try it out.
Yeah.
I started golfing over the summer, and I really enjoy it. I mean, sometimes it's a little frustrating, but
to say the least.
when I actually hit the ball good and do good, it can be really fun, and I just like being out on the course.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it's one of those lifelong skills. I mean, there's always a tournament or maybe some company outing when you guys have jobs and stuff, and so it's kind of just a really cool skill. Callie, how's bowling going?
Bowling is going really good. We just had sub-state the other day, and we got 4th in team, I think, and one of our girls is going to state on Tuesday. So
That's awesome. Congrats. That's great. Mia, Eagle Rock, how's that been going?
It's been, I don't know, it's been good. Kind of nervous for Monday to perform, but I think we should do good.
So I guess in case people out there don't know what Eagle Rock is, it's our show choir at Keota. So you guys are getting ready to compete Monday. Is it in Washington? Yeah, Washington, Iowa, not Cedar Rapids, Washington, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because then you go to Cedar Rapids, Washington after that.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this Monday is that like a qualifying for state, or what is that one?
It's our state contest.
Okay.
I just think, I don't really know what it is.
I don't know either.
We used to host it, but
Okay.
now it's getting taken over because Edwards is retiring.
Correct, yes. Yeah, our longtime music teacher is retiring this year, and she's been at the helm of Eagle Rock, I think, all 40 years that she's been teaching, I think
so. Yeah.
And it sounds like we have a new music teacher hired, so we're hoping and keeping our fingers crossed that this music teacher wants to keep Eagle Rock going. But I think it's an awesome thing, and it kind of incorporates the dance into it. So you guys kind of have been doing a little bit of dancing with that, to kind of work into the cheerleading stuff. Andy, you have any questions?
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do. So, yeah, mini cheer camp, or is that what we call it? Mini cheer. Lots of young girls. Ours is one of them. They love it, right? And you have a huge numbers on that, right, Coach Sanchez?
Yeah, this year I think we had 56 girls from 3 years old through 8th grade.
Yeah, I know. At the halftime show, that's when the gym is the fullest. Because we have so many parents there, and that's awesome. When Shetler and I are calling the games, or actually when I'm calling the games and Shetler's running the ship, and Diet Mountain Dews, that's a lot of fun when we have that many kids in there. But ladies, talk to me what it's like to be a role model and somebody that these young ladies look up to. Hallie, I'll start with you on that question.
I think it's really fun and it's great, and I love being with all the kids and just like being able to like show them how like we do things and to just like teach them to do it, and they look like they all have so much fun when they do it, and it's just super exciting and fun for us, and I think them also.
One of my favorite things, sorry to butt in because you guys can all answer this, but one of my favorite things is just that those girls now have you guys to look up to. And so the unique thing about Keota is with our schools being connected, you guys kind of run into the little kids throughout the day, whether it be in the cafeteria or if you're volunteering in the elementary or they're coming over for something in the high school, and like for them to have like a contact, like I think is like the coolest thing. And I know that our daughter Tenley talks about the girls all the time, and like she's one of those, she'll see you and run up and give you the big hug, like she's one of those. And I think that like connection is really special, and I think that connection is what keeps the program strong, because then those girls are excited and like want to be there when they get to high school. Okay, go ahead and finish answering.
I think it is so that it is so fun, and I think that they all really enjoy it and they want to be us one day, and that's so exciting to know that like the littles are wanting to come up and like big in our program, and it's really exciting to see like how excited that they are that they get to be cheering, and it's so fun. And I really like the crowds that you get just for mini cheer camp because they're all so excited, and I think it's that they have the greatest time, and for us it is the greatest time too.
I love the connection and like being a role model for them, and hopefully they'll go out for cheer when they're older too. So yeah.
What was your favorite part about it?
The favorite part was like teaching the kids the dances. Is a little stressful at first, but at the end they got it.
What age did you help?
2nd to
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's like where they kind of know a little bit more, instead of like the little preschoolers. That's like herding cats, but it's so cute to see.
Yes.
And Hadley, you have a little sister that's in this deal. What's that like, being a mentor to Briar?
She loved cheer, and she saw me out there, so obviously she wanted to go do it. She did good, and Tinley, your daughter, her and Briar and Campbell and Tatum, they're all really like happy, and they have a lot of fun being out there in front of everyone.
They love it.
Yeah.
Callie, do you ever try and teach cheer dance to your brother?
No. I think that he'll just look at me like I'm dumb.
I can't leave the siblings out. I know, Mia, you have siblings too, but they're too busy on the basketball court. Yeah, they're older. I get it. So anyway, few last questions because we need to move on to the next segment. But these are just random kind of questions, right? How many of you, by a show of hands, have actually seen the movie Bring It On?
Me. I think I remember it, but I don't remember.
Mia remembers it, but
Best. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it.
So we have a handful. And every segment, I try and get the guests to do something kind of crazy.
Oh.
So, Miss Sanchez, this will be the coach crazy.
Oh gosh.
Can you sing one of the songs or do any of the cheers from the movie Bring It On?
I said, "Burr, it's cold in here. There must be some eagles in the atmosphere." Oh, yo.
All right, I love it. It's going to be Shetler time.
That's crazy. Good job, Andy. Okay,
First
so
thank you
now,
I've gotten from Shetler.
Yeah, what is it called when the guys like hold up the girls or what's that?
A bass.
A bass. So now Andy always makes me do weird things. So Andy, you give Aaron a bass.
Listen. I was one of the flyers in cheer, and Andy definitely had to like do some funny things to help me in the kitchen. I'd be like, "Hey, catch me," So he's used to that kind of stuff, and now Townley's doing it to him.
Oh yeah, we do all kinds of stunts in my house. I'm holding things to you. Yeah, I don't want to go too. Yeah, Shetler always goes weird, but no. We're talking about cheerleading, Steve.
Okay, all right.
And yes, I do those sorts of stunts, or I attempt to.
Okay. One thing I think we should do today, since we've got a TV over to the side that's distracting everybody today, and it's got like Olympic stuff going on, we should probably ask everybody on the show today what their favorite Winter Olympic sport is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to answer that.
I don't know. I don't know what's all on the...
ice skating, downhill skiing, curling.
Like figure skating?
Yeah.
I think figure skating. I love like the dancing and that, and I just love it.
Yeah, that's
Ice skating's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's the same for me. I like the figure skating.
It's okay. We'll fix it later.
I also think that's pretty interesting too. I just like watching all the dancing moves and spinning and twirling.
Speed skating. I'm going to say something different.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a girl that went to my high school. She's actually competing in the Olympics this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
It'll be awesome to kind of watch her compete.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aaron, you're about to wrap things up for your day here. What's your favorite Winter Olympics?
So I love speed skating. I really do like that, which is kind of weird. I love curling. It's probably a really boring sport, but something about it, man. I want to get out there with that little squeegee and, warm the ice.
You and Andy should definitely be a curling duo. All right.
We should get a team
Keota
going.
Cheerleading, thank you for coming in. We've done several Keota games. It's always a pleasure to watch your stuff, and especially at halftime with the little girls. It's like fireworks are going off all around you. So big time. I was going to say, I don't want to say anything derogatory about previous, but it's really doing really good stuff this year. So Keota Cheerleading, basketball cheerleading, hanging out with us this morning. All right, let's take a break. I'm not sure if EBF basketball is here or not, but if not, we'll get to Sigourney Keota girls wrestling next.
Find your Iowa dream home with AE Realty in Montezuma. With unparalleled industry knowledge and local expertise, AE Realty is the Montezuma real estate expert you've been looking for. Whether you're buying or selling, AE Realty can help you get the best deal. You can find AE Realty at 321 East Main Street in Montezuma. Call 641-623-2639 or go to aerealtyinc.com.
At Beacon Community Schools, opportunity isn't limited. It's everywhere. From FFA to music, business to athletics, our students explore it all. Small class sizes mean big advantages. Personal attention, strong relationships, and academic success that goes above and beyond. You're more than a student. You're a story, a voice, a vital part of our school family. From the classroom to the kitchen, every adult helps shape futures. At Beacon, pride runs deep where everybody is somebody.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You got to stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Hey, we are back here at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney on a nice sunny Saturday morning. Stop in and get some breakfast, get some coffee to get going on your Saturday. We go from Keota cheerleading to Sigourney Keota girls wrestling. Andy McGuire, you're without your lovely wife now. It's just you. The pressure's on. Take it away.
She does love wrestling as much as she loves cheer, but she doesn't know what questions to ask, most likely. So I'm going to be the host of this segment solely, but we have a lot of folks here. Coach Weeks, tell me who you brought with you this morning.
Well, I got my state qualifiers, Sadie Clarahan and Kia Montgomery, and I got my conference champions, Aubrey Utterback and Carly Griner.
And an assistant coach. Introduce yourself.
You did
All
say
right,
girls.
we don't want to forget you.
You did say girls.
Good, great set of girls, absolutely. So let's start with those state qualifiers, Coach. Talk to me about what they've brought this year to get them into that position for state qualifying.
From the start of the season, they had some really big shoes to fill as far as leadership goes, and I feel like they rose to the challenge. Was it always good? No, but it's a learning process. I mean, as far as Sadie Clarahan, first-time qualifier at 120 pounds, and Kia Montgomery, second-time qualifier at 125, they wrestled their tails off this season. It was kind of exciting to watch them and watch them develop further as wrestlers and as leaders.
Very good. All right, we'll start with the athletes now, or go to the athletes, I should say. Looking at the season, and we'll talk about the postseason here in a second, but just looking at the season, ladies, do you feel like you've achieved the goals that you set out for yourselves at the beginning of the season?
I know that I definitely have. One of my goals was to place at every tournament, or mostly every tournament, and I think I truly succeeded with that, especially with having such a hard time in the beginning of the season, just mentally. I wasn't ready for the challenge of what wrestling does to your mind and body, and I really pushed through, and yeah, I think I did.
Good.
I think I did up until state, and then when I got to state, I think I kind of missed some of my goals, but that's fine because I always have next year.
Yeah, talk to me about that, right? So you have the goals through the season, you meet those goals, you make it to state. I'm assuming that's what that goal was, and then you don't hit that. What's the mentality as soon as the match is over? Is it I need to reset a little bit, or is it just go ahead and start thinking about next year already?
Take the weekend and then decide that set down and do new goals and then start working towards those goals.
Gotcha. Carly, same question. As far as the season goes, do you feel like you've achieved the goals that you set out for yourself early?
I think I achieved a couple of my goals by winning a couple of tournaments and also being the sickle champ, but at regionals I fell short and I got third, so I'm going to use that as fuel for next year.
Aubrey, same question.
I feel like I complete my goals, but I wish I would have done it like better because it was to like win a meet, and I didn't win one all season, and then came back and was a sickle champ, and just proves that us young freshmen can do stuff.
For sure, absolutely. And let's keep it in the back row with Coach Utterback. Can you talk about these young ladies as far as the goal setting goes and the work ethic you got out of them through the year?
So I sort of hold them to a really high standard. I mean, I want them to be the best they can possibly be. So we set really high goals. I believe as a team, they did very well this year. They achieved more than I expected because we were young, super young. We return everybody next year, so we don't lose anybody. But I mean, overall, they work really great. They're tough. They compete. Like, I'm proud of them. So let's keep it rolling.
So it kind of gets into the area of mentality, right? And we'll go to Coach Weeks with this question. Coach, I refer to it as wrestler mentality, and I don't care what sport it's in. I have one that wrestled for a few years, and it takes a certain mentality to be able to do what these young folks do, and that sort of mentality translates to other sports and it translates to life, right? Talk to me about just that thing, that wrestler mentality.
Well, I mean, in the words of Dan Gable, once you've wrestled, everything else in life is easy. It's one of those deals where some people think that wrestlers kind of have a screw loose, or a couple of them. It's just a different mindset. I mean, wins are wins, losses are opportunities to learn and to grow yourself as a competitor. And that grind. I told these girls there's 88 days from the first day of practice until regionals. That went really quick. I mean, shoot, I remember counting down 78, 70, 12. Oh boy, here we go. It's just, this season can get away from you really quickly, and sometimes you don't achieve your goals in that amount of time. Well, you can do everything right in life and still fail, but you got to pick yourself up at the end of it, and I think wrestlers are pretty well primed to do that.
Yeah, primed to go through the ups, go through the downs. I'm going to ask those ladies about that. Through a season, there's a lot asked of you. Grinding is the word that a lot of folks use when you're getting through a season, whether that's making weight, making it to practice on time, right? Doing the things that you need to do in order to be successful and meet those goals. So talk to me, ladies, about the grind and what that means to you. How do you guys get through a season that's pretty grueling?
Do you want to go first?
No, you.
Okay, so how I get through it is probably looking for my support team. Like, my teammates, I know they'll always be on my side and I always have someone to talk to. But also, like, family and friends, that being really important. Listening to your body and your mind when it's telling you to have a nap or just have a snack, even though you might be a little bit over, you can always afford to listen to your body.
I probably look for my mom and Shane the most, and then going to the chiropractor when I need it.
Carly and Aubrey, same question. How do you get through the grind of a season?
Yeah, probably through support through my teammates and coaches.
I look for it most in my family because they've been around the sport for so long, so they know how to like push you through it and do it in a good way, not in a bad way to make yourself drained.
Right. So following up with this question, same thing. We'll stay with you, Aubrey. As far as, just the toughest part of getting through a season, doing the weight stuff, eating right, exercise, practice, maintaining your grades, doing all that stuff at school is very, very important. What do you think is the most challenging thing to get through in a season?
Probably just your mindset and I don't know how to put it, but getting through yourself first, that you can do it and you can win and beat people that are better than you.
Yep. Carly?
I would say the most challenging thing is it's tough. Probably just balancing all your schoolwork and practice and making sure you're on weight and all that stuff.
And before we move on from you, Carly, you've had a tough season this year because you wrestled and played basketball at the same time. And forgive me, other ladies, I'm not sure if you guys tried pulling double duty on something like that too, but it had to have been an extra layer of tough running on the basketball court and coming over to Sigourney for practice and keeping everything square, right?
Yeah, like I would play a basketball game on Friday night and then turn around the next morning, wake up the next morning early, and then go wrestle on Saturday.
And do you think that affected any of your matches in wrestling, or in the basketball game you were thinking about the meet the next day?
Sometimes, I would say.
Yeah. All right, let's kick it to the front row. The question is, what's the toughest part of the grind that you have to sort through?
Probably staying mentally tough after a loss that you should have won.
I would say just management, just knowing when it's time to sit down and do homework, even though you're tired. Like, I'd say like the focus side of it, it's just making sure that you're focused because you are supposed to be a student athlete, so you have to get your schoolwork done first, and then you can worry about practice and stuff like that. But when there's big tournaments coming up, you kind of I kind of tend to fall behind on my schoolwork, but we got a lot of great teachers, so that part's not too challenging.
Okay. And we'll go back to just kind of the wrestling in the season, ladies. I want to ask you two questions at the same time. As far as a high moment in the season when you're wrestling an opponent and maybe you got a win that you weren't expecting to get a win, so share with me that experience. And then on the same note, on the opposite end of the spectrum, maybe an opponent that you should have beat that you didn't, or you didn't wrestle as well as you thought you should have. So kind of like the extremes, the bookends, good versus bad through the season, those moments.
I'm going to start with my bad, which it's not bad because, I always learn from it. Probably during that conference or like sickle meet, I really wanted to be a champion of that meet, but I lost to Eva, and then I wrestled back and I won a match. So I don't know, it was tough for me, but she's a good competitor, so I enjoy wrestling people multiple times. And then a really important match is beating Eva to go to state at the regional tournament. And so it was just kind of like a relief or like a weight lifted off my shoulders, but we've beat each other and we've won against each other. So I guess those are mine.
Good and bad, all in the same opponent. So that's fun. That's fun when you can have that, relationship, if you will, where you can share those moments together. You bet.
I'm not really sure if mine's like while I'm wrestling, but it's like after, my attitude after, especially like with ones that I know it's just terrible. And I think everyone's found out just not really to talk to me until I'm ready to talk to people. But a good win, it's always just good to like get your hand raised and then go and talk to Coach Shane and Coach Weeks after and go celebrate with everyone else.
Carly?
A good win that I had was at Colfax in the finals. I beat a girl in was it like triple overtime or something?
Yeah, it was the longest match of the season.
Yeah, that was it was a really good confidence booster because it felt good to be on top of the podium finally. And then a couple of bad ones that I have, regional semifinals, I was winning probably 6-4, and then I just fell out of position and I lost 13-8. That one really hurt because you fell short because on the other side there was a undefeated girl that was ranked number 1, and it was hard for her to lose. And so I just had to get my mind back in the right place so I could come back and wrestle for third, which I did that. And then another bad loss was an overtime match at Eddyville to a girl I should have beat. I lost 4-1, and then, I got thrown in a headlock in overtime.
My bad's probably more in the beginning of the year. There's this girl I've been wrestling since junior high, and she's always continuously beat me. They've been close matches, or I've just gone out and gotten pinned. And same girl I ended up going out and beating in the sickle finals to be a sickle champ.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of good memories and a lot of lessons learned, most likely. Triple overtime wins. You guys have relationships. We know not to talk to you after a match for a little bit. Coach Weeks, talk to me about that. Not just that topic, but, how do you motivate these young folks that all have different personalities? You have wrestler mentality, so there's a common bond there, but they're all their own individuals, and they all take a bit of different medicine, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're kind of like snowflakes. Not a single one is alike. But as far as it goes, you can kind of read them pretty well and figure out what you got to do. It just took a couple times of Kia biting my head off to learn that one real quick. But there's girls where, hey, they just had a heartbreaking loss in the first round of a tournament. Hey, but you got to tell them, hey, there's a lot of points on that backside for that team, and you could still go back and get third or fifth or whatever. You kind of figure it out. I spend 3 months with these ladies. So, you start to know them, and it does take once in a while. You get your head bitten off once or twice before you learn. And you just got to keep them moving forward, keep them looking at the next match, and try to get them in the right mindset, I guess.
Sure. Ladies, question for you. As far as girls wrestling goes, the sport is growing in popularity. It's hot. Everybody watches it. I watch it. I enjoy it. Being that we have this growth in the sport, I'm curious who you all look up to as a role model, or maybe who you try and emulate your wrestling style after. Is there somebody that you look up to as far as wrestling goes? And we'll start, Kia, if you're good, you can go. I see you questioning me like I don't know what I want, but if we want to start in the back, we can do that too.
I don't really watch wrestling. I know it's kind of weird, but I don't. After wrestling Molly Allen first round last year at state, I've kind of watched her a little bit, but I don't really like to watch wrestling compared to actually wrestling.
Interesting response.
I would say I like to watch the Iowa boys wrestling team, and I watched Rihanna a lot last year because I was her teammate, and so I learned from her a lot.
Obviously, I look up a lot to my sister, and I'm inspired to be like her. But also like any of the women's Iowa wrestlers, because I grew up around them with national teams with my sister. So any of them are really good.
I think I kind of agree with Kia. I don't really watch much wrestling. I think I find little things with my teammates that I really enjoy that they do, or I find something or little quirks that they do that I try to add into my wrestling style. I don't know. The boys team, they have some really scrappy wrestlers, so I guess I kind of like to be kind of funky and roll around. So, yeah.
Let's dive into that a little bit. Explain that you no. Coach James no, don't do it. But we're gonna do it anyway because this is not a syndicated wrestling program. So, what can you share with me about being funky and rolling around a little bit?
So I'm definitely not afraid to make a mistake on the mat. I guess I get into some crazy scrambles, and I guess that's just where I thrive on the mat. It's just being able to roll around and be flexible and just kind of, I don't know, how would you describe
Definitely up for a challenge. Definitely up for a challenge.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just jump right to the back row and start with Coach Shane about this. Describe for me, if you would, the wrestling styles of each one of these ladies.
So Sadie, of course, will put herself in any position. I've seen her go to her back to get out of stuff, and I'm just like, what are you doing? No, we don't want to be there. Yeah, she's definitely one that your nerves get worked up with. But once you get her locked in, she's normally all right. Kia's just a grinder, man. She's straightforward. She's just going to beat on you until there's nothing left in her gas tank. And that's normally where it is. There's been numerous times I've had to pick her up off a mat, carry her to a corner, convince her to start breathing properly, not hyperventilating. Carly's pretty much the same way. Carly doesn't like to make mistakes, so Carly is pretty set on one thing, and she works until she gets it. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, and we end up in long matches with nothing going on because she can't get to what she wants. But, I mean, everybody's different. Aubrey's a little bit of everything. There's times where she's wild out of position. There's times where she's in great position and knows what she's doing. There's times where in the middle of a match she'll stop and say, "Coach, can I lock my hands right here?" And I'm like, "Yes, go for it." But, yeah, everybody's different. Each one of them, I mean, with all the girls we have, everybody, you gotta try to work with them all different. It's just, it's a big variety.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw this over at Coach Weeks. Coach, you can't talk about SK girls wrestling without talking about Rihanna Rebeck, right? And she's no longer in the program, but we absolutely have to talk about what legacy she left behind and what it means to this program and what it means moving forward for SK wrestling.
Well, I mean, that is one huge topic. I mean, she really planted the seed here at Sigourney. I wouldn't have 4 girls at Keota walking up to people and saying, we're not playing basketball, we're wrestling. I mean, she kind of has that Caitlin Clark effect as far as she's got a lot of girls in this community, in this county, in Southeast Iowa, and the nation at this point, where they start to believe in themselves and see that, hey, this is an opportunity that I could do something. I always tell the basketball coaches at Keota and Sigourney, I don't want your starter. I want the kid that's going to foul out in the first quarter. I mean, and having girls walk up and having girls find success, I mean, in our communities, it's a lot because of Rihanna. So, I mean, she planted one heck of a seed that's thriving here.
And I'm going to bring this back to the back row, too, between Coach Shane and Aubrey on this topic. I mean, we have 2 Utterbecks standing back row right here. Talk to me about what it's like to have experienced the success that Rihanna had and what it means to this program. We'll start with Coach Shane.
So when she first started wrestling, I always told her girls didn't wrestle because it was something that they just didn't do. She kept bugging, and so I was like, okay, we'll do this. As she got older, it was pretty cool to see how she had developed, and then to see all the little girls that followed her and bought in. I know coming to Sigourney was a big decision for her. She was not happy where she was, and then she found this group and fell in love with them. And it pushed that boys team, and it also, like, these girls I don't think would be doing it, like, if it didn't keep just growing. This one, maybe. Aubrey might have. I don't know. Aubrey had her moments where she didn't want to wrestle and she wanted to wrestle. But I think Rihanna is a big part of my wrestling family, and I hope their wrestling family. I know they were a little under the weather when she came in over Christmas. They were like, oh, no, we got to deal with her. But I think it's good for them. If they learn from her, she knows her stuff.
Yeah. Aubrey, talk to me about your sister.
I don't really know. I mean, I loved watching her. She really, 7th and 8th grade year, I hated wrestling, didn't want to do it, but then I watched her compete and accomplish so much. and from such a small town doing that is amazing. And that also led me to want to be here, to be in Sigourney. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
No, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but it's great. Steve,
I'm going to go back to Shane. Just give us what's Rihanna up to? Just give us a quick update. I know she was it National Guard?
Yeah, she was
All
down
right.
in Fort Sill, Oklahoma for basic training, and then she was at Fort Sam Houston, San Antonio for AIT. She got back. So I left conference right after our last wrestler wrestled, drove 16 hours to go pick her up in San Antonio, and then drove back. So she got back the day after conference. She was at regionals, yelling at the girls, cheering them on. She's not really doing a whole lot right now. She's planning on go overseas, taking a little time off, go visit somewhere in Europe. And then she will start wrestling at William Penn and going to school at William Penn in August. So that's where she's at.
Well, we need to find some time to squeeze her in here. I'd love to chat with her and bring you, Coach, on too, and just catch up on how things are and have a talk about what she's meant to this program, that sort of thing. So we'll consider the invitation accepted or extended.
Yes.
Not accepted yet.
And accepted.
And
She's
accepted.
coming.
She's coming here anyhow. So I'm looking forward to it if we can make it happen.
She's probably watching right now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you're invited. Let's go.
She's been on plenty of times before.
No,
Let's
she
get
hasn't.
everybody's
Not
favorite
plenty. Not
winter Olympic sport before we wrap
well,
this
I've
up.
got a couple more questions here.
Oh.
Easy there,
Hey.
Shetler. I'm in control
I'm sorry.
here. You just punch your buttons. But let's
hit the stop button.
Yeah, let's appease Shetler. Favorite Winter Olympic event, and I'll start because I didn't get to answer the last one. Bobsled. Cool runnings.
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding. That's a great one.
Hockey.
Uh-huh.
Also snowboarding.
Yeah.
Dog sled pulling from 1932.
Very specific.
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
That's how she found it.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
looked it up.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big curling guy. I think curling's interesting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't watch them, and I heard you guys ask the question to the cheerleaders before this, so we were looking them up. So I think, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Kia. I've snowboarded before, so I'm gonna go with snowboarding.
Snowboarding. All right. And last thing, I always like to do something a little bit off the wall, but I was watching a interview the other day, and they were interviewing Iowa baseball players, and they asked the guys to do their best impression of Coach Heller. And so what I want you ladies to do is do your best impression of either one of these coaches.
Oh, no. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
When we can get Weeks to really, really laugh, he gets his belly going and he wheezes. So he and his belly goes up and down too. So I think it's pretty funny.
I love it.
I don't know.
All right, let me give you maybe a scenario, and you can put your mind, put yourself in the situation. You're just in between like a period or something, and something's not going right, Carly, and Weeks is standing there talking to you, and I can almost see it myself, or maybe he puts both of his hands on your shoulders, and he's giving you some advice. What's that advice? Or Shane, you can do either one.
I don't know. You should come back to me.
All right, we'll come back to you.
Okay, so we're a chatty Cathy group. So when Shane has enough of us, and when Shane has enough,
Make sure it's appropriate.
yeah, it is appropriate.
Yeah.
It's either okay. Let me get in the right attitude.
Oh.
It's like
Can you do his
He
voice
goes-
too? Are we gonna do the whole thing?
Yeah,
Awesome.
the whole thing.
I'm looking for it.
He goes, "Shut up! Get on the wall now!"
I love it.
That's probably when I'm giving my sister or my dad attitude in the room. My dad just tells me to shut up. Like, he goes, "Shut up," and he just doesn't understand why I'm telling her to be quiet or something. just messing around, and he takes things too seriously sometimes.
Sometimes.
Wrestler mentality.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Shane always tells us to shut up, so.
We're a very talkative
Every
group.
practice.
I knew it was coming.
All right, so let's throw to the coaches. Can you guys do your best impression of one of these young ladies?
Oh, no!
I don't know.
Shane, you're up.
I don't know if I can do an impression of any of them. They all have their own personalities.
My favorite sport is the bobsled team of 1932.
It wasn't
Dog sled.
I'm shocked you didn't do something.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it'd have to be Sadie. I love Sadie to death, but there's numerous times I get this blank stare. What, coach? Do what? Put a half in? She's like, she'll just stop and look at you like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I can tell.
Most of these girls know, like, during a match, when I get mad, I always wear a hat. So if it goes from forward to backward, I'm upset. If it comes off and gets launched, yeah, I'm normally really mad. And somebody has to find it and pass it back to me. So
Caught that hat a few times.
All right. Well, I'm done asking questions.
Does anybody want to go on a rant about Iowa men's wrestling right now? I've been seeing a lot of chatter the last week or so about things
They've
are
been
just
doing terrible.
Yeah.
don't throw all your cards in. There's stuff in the works there. I think they just got to work through problems, like any sport does. I think.
Sure.
I mean, I'm a diehard Hawkeye, so I'm never gonna give up on them. I really hope they figure it out.
Or maybe the follow-up question is, Gable brothers, stay or go?
Gable.
Brands. Man, I was thinking Dan Gable because he had the quote earlier. Brands brothers.
Like I said, don't give up on them. They've been there forever. They know their stuff. Something needs to change. I don't know what it is, but something needs to change. But you can't ever give up on them. Look at what they've done.
Indeed. All right. Should we wrap it up? Let's wrap this up. Sigourney Keota Girls Wrestling, thank you guys for coming in today. Really appreciate it. And congratulations on a successful season. Let's go ahead and take another break, and we'll come back and wrap things up. I don't see anybody else. Let's take a break, and we'll come back and wrap things up right after this.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house. From lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com.
Keota Community School District, we are proud to lead with innovation, excellence, and the heart. With our student-teacher ratio low, our classrooms are built for connection, giving every student the attention they deserve. We continue with our 4-day school week for the 25-26 school year, creating more time for personalized learning, enrichment, and support. And the results speak for themselves. In the 2024 ISAF scores, our students ranked number 1 in math and number 2 in English in our conference. That's academic achievement. That's community pride. That's Keota Schools.
Complete Care of Iowa is a medical clinic located in Sigourney, Iowa that provides care to patients of all ages. Located at 113 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Call 641-541-4040. Complete Care of Iowa is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday by appointment only. They're currently accepting new patients. Find more information at CompleteCareOfIowa.com. Complete Care of Iowa. Healthcare for where you are.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare.
Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have a variety of family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience. Call 641-622-1170 to reach the clinic or 641-622-3184 to reach Jack's Corner Drug.
Need eye-catching graphics for your business, team, or special event? Avenue 280 Digital Works creates custom digital designs, from social media posts and business cards to flyers, menus, sports posters, and special announcements. You receive the digital file, ready to post online or print anywhere. No contracts, no pressure. Make your visuals work harder for you. Contact Naomi at Avenue 280 Digital Works for all your graphic design needs.
Are you buying a wine gift to take to a Valentine's dinner? Consider a bottle of Tassel Ridge Sweethearts Rosé and possibly a box of Finale chocolate bonbons. If dinner features a steak or other beef dish, take a bottle of Iowa in the Dark. A chocolate dessert calls for a bottle of Tassel Ridge Oski Vasanti Pink, a sweet fizzy wine that will even pair with milk chocolate. These wines are available at Tassel Ridge Winery, and we can ship wines to addresses in Iowa where they can be received by someone who is at least 21 years old.
And we are back here for our final segment on the sports section. We're live at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney. Stop in for some breakfast, some coffee to get you going on this Saturday morning. Hanging out one last time with the McGuires, Andy and Aaron hanging out with us. Aaron was here earlier talking to the Keota basketball cheerleaders. And guys and gals, let's see here. Well, first, actually, before we get into this final segment, I did want to bring up our athletes and our team of the week, as our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's male athlete of the week once again was Kane Axmere from English Valley's boys basketball. Kane, 2 out of the last 3 weeks, has been voted our male athlete of the week. So congratulations to Kane. Big guy at English Valley's getting it done. Our Kelly Stiles State Farm female athlete of the week was Reagan Vaughn from Cardinal Wrestling. So congratulations to Reagan. And then our team of the week, Emma Ratliff, American Family Insurance Team of the Week, was the team we just had on SK Girls Wrestling. So congratulations to all of our winners being voted on the Steve Shetler Media Facebook page. We'll have new polls going up on Monday. All right, Andy and Aaron, what do we want to talk about? We got probably Hawkeye basketball tomorrow. We've got the Olympics. We've got the Super Bowl. You pick, and let's chat for just a second.
Well, you know, you skipped over me when it was the Winter Olympic event, and then I was wanting to throw out who my wrestler was that I look up to. It's the undefeated semi-professional Steve Shetler.
Not semi. I'm totally
completely professional.
Completely 100%.
Let's not oversell this that you're totally professional.
I am trained in the arts of professional wrestling.
But, you know, I do have the Steve Shetler poster above my bed. there goes Neil in the back. Well,
creepy.
Well,
creepy all of a sudden.
Neil still has
Aaron
Cindy.
allows that?
Neil still
got his
has
own bedroom.
Neil still has Cindy Crawford.
Kathy Ireland.
Kathy Ireland. And mine is Shetler on the RKO or whatever that thing was.
Stone Cold Stunner. Nice.
The Stone Cold Stunner.
Aaron, we got your favorite Olympic.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what yours is.
Well, obviously, you know, the luge.
Yes, of course. I mean,
obviously. What were you thinking?
Actually, I am trying to think of some of the, we brought up all the regular stuff. What are some weird Olympic sports?
I was doing that because I have a weird going on here. And mine was going to Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
And it was that, like, break dancing, that beatboxing thing.
I forgot about that.
That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Super Bowl on Sunday, tomorrow.
Yep.
Who you guys picking, Seattle or New England?
I'm a Seahawks fan, have been for years. I like Sneaky Pete. I tend to choose my teams based on one of two things or a combination of the two. Their colors and how
Yes,
good looking
very
their
important.
coach is. and so they've got a good looking coach and I like their colors. They're my number one team. And I'm not saying I thought Sneaky Pete was good looking. I just like their colors for a long time. So, and I have never, ever, ever been a Patriots or a Tom Brady or a Bill Belichick fan.
Okay.
So I do like their coach though. This current coach, and I can't tell you his name. Vrabel?
Yeah.
Am I right on that?
Yep.
So
Why do you like him?
Is he good looking? Is he hot or something? or what?
No. Where did he coach before?
Tennessee.
No, that's not it either. I don't know. He just must look nice and friendly, I think, and that's why.
I would be interested to see how you pick like an NCAA tournament bracket.
It's Andy will
based
say
on team name.
Andy says to me often, he's like, "Man, if I could just spend a little bit of time in your brain."
I just love to wander around, look at all the shiny things.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I don't do too bad on the bracket on how I go through picking them. So
Andy's Super Bowl. What you
They
got?
say opposites attract. I can't stand Sneaky Pete.
Okay.
So I can't do the Seahawks, even though I love the Hawks. And I started liking the Patriots after they started winning regularly. So and Tom Brady is the GOAT, and Belichick should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I'm going Pats on this one, and I do like Vrabel, though. I guess we'll agree on that.
Yeah.
Vrabel's a coach for me.
he's a good coach.
Yeah,
And
linebacker, players coach. Love it.
Belichick may have had a rough year at North Carolina.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's still got his 20-something-year-old girlfriend, so
She's the coach.
Winning.
he might be losing in one area, but he's winning in life.
His hands are full of Super Bowl rings, and he's got a 20-year-old girlfriend.
And tomorrow, Iowa basketball. We're all Hawkeye fans here.
Yes.
Iowa basketball, men's basketball, playing really well. 17-5. They take on a 10-13 Northwestern team tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Did you make it to the end of the Washington game the other night?
I didn't make it to the beginning of the Washington game. Cece, wheel me to bed. Give me my meds.
Bring me my slippers. Hawks are going to destroy the Wildcats. I hope.
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so. But, yeah, they've been playing really well. What are we on, like a 5 or 6 game winning streak? And it didn't look good the other night. I did watch the first half and thought, you know what, I'm not going to stay up until midnight or 1 o'clock
Yeah.
watching this thing. And then I get up and check the phone like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll see the losing score, and we won by 10. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. Ben McCollum for Coach of the Year. And
Yeah.
Bennett Sturts is getting no love in all of the awards that are getting handed out, and I think he needs to be at least in the discussion. Not saying he needs to win it, but that dude's a dude.
Yeah, super solid player. So, yeah, this will be an interesting year picking the Hawks in the tournament. You know, they could be a team that you don't want to face.
No, I don't want to play him, especially with a certain lineup or a certain style of play.
Yeah.
I was telling Aaron that, I'm like, who would have thunk that first year McCollum taking the team to the dance when Fran wasn't getting it done on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you make that move. So kudos to them.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, guys, appreciate you guys co-hosting. Aaron, like your insight on cheerleading. I know we're still going to try to get another cheerleading or a dance team in or something like that, so we'll have to rely on your expertise once again. So thanks to Kyoto Cheerleading, thanks to SK Girls Wrestling, and thanks to the McGuires for hanging out here. The McGuires. We haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, we miss our buddy Eddie.
Yep.
All right, let's get out of here. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next Saturday.